Welcome back to the inner circle of whatever you need, where we don't just consume the news, we dismantle it to find the truth hidden in the debris. As the calendar turns and the world indulges in the festivities of the season, there are moments that slip through the cracks of the ordinary and explode into viral phenomena. We are talking about a singular event that has redefined the holiday gossip landscape, a digital ripple that turned into a tidal wave. The subjects. Two of the most enigmatic figures in the Turkish entertainment industry, Cenk Torun and Mahassine Merabet. But before we unlock the secrets of this visual manifesto, I have a question for you. Are you merely a spectator, or are you a patron of the arts of storytelling? If you value this depth of analysis, make sure you are subscribed to whatever you need. And for those who wish to step behind the velvet rope and support our work directly, the join button is right below. It is the ultimate gesture of appreciation that keeps our lights on and our investigations sharp. Now let us look at the photograph that started it all. It arrived without warning. No teasers, no PR countdowns, no orchestrated press releases. Just a sudden, blinding carousel of images that felt less like a celebrity post and more like a window left carelessly open into a private world. The setting was intimate, almost cinematic in its warmth. A room bathed in the soft, cascading glow of white fairy lights, golden baubles catching the reflection of a fireplace, and a velvet sofa draped with a blanket that screamed domestic comfort. In the center of this tableau stood Cenk Torun and Mahassine Merabet, decorating a Christmas tree with a synergy that felt startlingly lived in. Mahassine was a vision in a red and white ensemble. A choice that evoked the festive spirit without descending into cliché, carrying that effortless chic her fans have come to worship. Beside her, Cenk Torun cut a figure of relaxed charisma, sporting a clean, sporty aesthetic that suggested he had no need to try. His presence alone was the statement. They were laughing, exchanging fleeting glances as they passed ornaments between them, pausing to admire their handiwork. These were not the stiff, posed smiles of a magazine cover. They possessed the blurry, candid quality of stolen photographs. And it was precisely this verisimilitude, this overwhelming sense of reality, that caused the first cracks in the internet's composure. Here lies the crux of the mystery, the detail that transformed a simple holiday greeting into a forensic investigation. As we all know, Cenk Torun and Mahassine Merabet have, until now, existed in separate professional orbits. They have never shared a set. Their careers have run on parallel tracks that never seemed destined to cross. So the question that hung heavy in the comment sections was as inevitable as it was explosive. If they do not work together, why this profound closeness? Why this domestic intimacy? The internet, as it is wont to do, fractured into two distinct camps. On one side, the pragmatists argued for a platonic interpretation, a New Year's Eve gathering among friends, a harmless collision of social circles. But a significant, vocal majority saw something else entirely. They pointed to the effortless way the two occupied the same space, the nonverbal language of their bodies, and the unspoken comfort that usually takes years to cultivate. Comments flooded in, echoing a singular sentiment: they have chemistry off-screen that rivals any scripted romance. The discussion heated up with every passing hour, with industry insiders and fans alike churning out analyses worthy of a government dossier. If this is not a scene from a movie, then what exactly are we looking at? The plot thickened when the digital detectives began their work. In the absence of an official statement, the fans turned to the background. They scrutinized the reflection in the window panes, compared the pattern of the carpet to archival footage from months ago, and even identified a tray with golden handles that had appeared in a previous, unrelated story. The consensus was building. This was not a hotel, nor a public venue. This was a home. And then there was the caption. Mahassine Merabet, known for guarding her boundaries fiercely, wrote a phrase that acted as gasoline on the fire: the spirit of the new year has enveloped our home. That possessive pronoun, our, became the epicenter of the debate. It implies a shared ownership, a shared space, a shared life. Cenk Torun, a man notoriously reserved when it comes to his private emotions, added his own cryptic seal of approval, a dry but powerful comment accompanied by a single heart emoji. A minimal gesture, yes, but in the coded language of celebrity, it was a thunderclap. When you add the supportive comments from colleagues, "You look great together, may the new year bring you luck," it begins to look less like a rumor and more like an open secret that is finally spilling over. What is perhaps most compelling about this entire saga is the silence. In an industry where noise is currency, Cenk and Mahassine have chosen the path of quiet dignity. Rumors from the corridors of the entertainment world suggest that this is not a new development, but rather the public unveiling of a bond that has been nurturing itself in the shadows for months. We hear whispers of discreet encounters, small but intense dinner parties at the homes of trusted mutual friends, and evenings spent carving out private corners of conversation away from the prying eyes of the press. This sensitivity to privacy aligns with what we know of them. Mahassine has always been transparent about her need for boundaries, and Cenk has carried the weight of his reserved reputation for years. For them to post this now, on the emotionally charged threshold of a new year, feels deliberate. Is it a soft launch of a relationship? Or could the skeptics be right? Is this the prelude to a professional collaboration, a way to test the waters for a future project? Some producers are undoubtedly watching this engagement metrics with dollar signs in their eyes, realizing that a project starring these two would have a built-in, fanatical audience. But let's pause for a moment. I want to hear your theory. Do you think this is the beginning of 2020 SIX's greatest love story, or is it a masterclass in PR for an upcoming series? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this breakdown, please remember to hit the join button. Your membership allows us to dive deeper into these stories without relying on the algorithm. For those who looked closer, there was one detail that might have escaped the casual glance: the gifts. At the foot of the tree lay a collection of packages, wrapped with almost choreographic precision. Classic toned papers, perfect bows, boxes of varying sizes. It suggested an evening prepared with the intent to be remembered. Some argued these were merely props, others saw them as the tangible evidence of a special night shared between two people who care deeply for one another. And let us not forget the timing. Gossip columnists often cite an unwritten principle. When two powerhouses like Cenk and Mahassine appear in the same frame, it is never an accident. It is a small earthquake. Whether it is love, friendship, or the announcement of a blockbuster film, the echo of that post will reverberate well into the new year. The fact that they have not issued a denial only amplifies the mystery. Silence doesn't quench curiosity, it doubles it. Every hour that passes without a clarification adds another grain of sand to the mountain of speculation. So, where does this leave us? We are left in a state of exquisite suspension. The audience is attentive, engaged, and seemingly already in love with the idea of Cenk and Mahassine. Whether this is a romance that blossomed in the quiet weeks before the holidays or a creative partnership about to take the world by storm, one thing is certain: they have captured our imagination without raising their voices. We will be watching their profiles like hawks in the coming days. Will there be a second post? A story from the same living room? Or perhaps the silence will continue, letting the image speak for itself. Whatever happens, you will hear it here first. Thank you for tuning in to Whatever You Need. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and consider clicking join to become a part of our family. Until the next clue drops, keep your eyes open. Goodbye.